First off, what to know about them? Who are these Batangueños? To answer that questions, they were situated in Batangas. It is derived from the word batang, which means natives for logs that is found on Kalumpang River or so-called Nile of the Batangas. That is in shape of a tuning fork. They were also described as tall, well-built, and proportionally formed, or what we call barakos. Their skin tone varied from yellow of the Mongolian to the brown and dark shade of the Malay. Also, these present Batangueños were descendants of two Bornean Datus, namely Datu Balansusa and Datu Dumangsil, who sailed from Borneo to Panay Island, which is as far as the Taal Lake. So, let's jump into their way of life in terms of social organization.
So, their way of life in terms of social organizations, in today's generation, Batangueños maintain their place's development and tranquility with the help of organizations which includes Bantay ng Karagatan ng Lungsod ng Batangas or Bangka, which was organized on May 7, 2008, Buklod Unlad ng Batangas Incorporated or BUBI, which is the local term for bind together. It is also an organization of marginalized families put together by the religious of the Good Shepherd in March 1986. It also assists children of member families to pursue their education. The third one would be Kuta Women's League. The fourth one is Ilihan Community Development Foundation, which is a school assistance program. So, for their language, it came from the language family of Austronesian Malaya-Polynesian. It is also the heart of Tagalog language, known for their expression alae, puting and ga at the end of their sentences. Usually, they speak loudly and lively, yet sounding so affectionate and concerned. Other examples include ang angot, which means ang baho, ako yayao na, which means I'm going to leave, but in other term, it means to die. For other prominent languages used, there are English and others in Latin.
For the religion, Batangas is known to be the second most important religious center of the archipelago, or the most Christian. Roman Catholic is its most dominant religion. They have this strong belief in God, hence they offer poems affirming faith and belief in God. They also show love and respect for the guidance of their patron saints. Other religions include Aglipayan, Iglesia ni Cristo, Baptist, Disciples of Christ, and Presbyterians, which is a form of church government. Arts and literature. For their arts, they have this hand embroidery in Taal Batangas using pina and juicy fabrics. They also have this painting using gouache, which is an opaque watercolor. For their folk literature, on the other hand, poetry is a tremendous shift of interest and emphasis of thoughts in writing. Batangueños also love singing, and their plays is composed of famous composers such as Ryan Cayabyab and Ogie Alcacid. Batangueños also have folk songs and folk tales. It is a religious literature drawn from fantasy or supernatural and in real life. It includes rhyming lines dealing with people's way of living. Next one is the kumintang. It is changed into kundiman, and it is a form of Filipino art song. Then, they have the subil, which is a form of worship dance. Lastly, they have proverbs, which are wise statements or sayings dealing with daily experiences and on people's value and belief system. Economic system. Batangueños have ports and fishing since they are surrounded by seas and coastal areas. They also have a port located at Batangas City.
The values, beliefs, and traditions. First thing we have searched is about the Bigay Kaya. Bigay Kaya, wherein parents believe that their sons should have more property than their daughters because their sons should mainly support their families. It is also hard to get married for the sons without a fair amount of expenses for their marriage. Have good fighting cocks. They seldom drink alcohol because they believe that it is the cause of the murders and crimes that is happening in their place. Also have balisong, a foldable butterfly pocket with a handle split into two. It is mainly used for their self-defense. They are also known for lami. It is part of their gastroenteric heritage. It is introduced to Kim Eng at Pansiteria de Lipa in Chinese origin. You know, its natural flavors and simplicity of cooking methods are very important for the local community and its relationship to religious culture. Also have Tinapay Festival. It is celebrated every June at Cuenca, Batangas, honoring the Saint San Isidro Labrador. It showcases the hardworking pataderos because their place is called as Home of the Bakers. This festive parade presents different products of bakers such as tinapay, monay, and such. The same as all of the Filipinos. They were known for their hospitality. It is always seen among Filipinos, specifically offering their homes for their visitors with love.
So, for this summary, the three things we learned are: 1. Batangas is the second most religious center of the archipelago. 2. Home of the bakers. And lastly, uniqueness of their arts and literature, especially with their kumintang or kundiman. For the two things we found interesting, the first one is Heart of Tagalog Language. The second one is belief and traditions like Bigay Kaya and Tinapay Festival. For what we have realized that their culture is still preserved and a lot of aspects help in maintaining its development and tranquility.
Ala ay, salamat ka sa pakikinig. Sa susunod na tayo magkita din ay kumain tayo ng lume. Thank you for listening.
Okay.